Graham works as a tennis coach, and he and Sara have chosen to home educate Ella.
The whole point of home educating was she'd be able to do the things that she wanted to learn about at any given time. So she basically takes herself off to the study or the classroom area and starts looking up on bugs or insects, animals, garden, whatever, and she'll start working through that.
There's a big one in there. That's with Stephen.
I think it's more important that she learns what she wants to learn than me tell her stuff that she needs to learn. Because if I tell her, it's like maths, she hates maths. But if you give it to her in small doses, or she has to use it for a certain project, she picks it up quicker. You give her money, she understands it. You give her numbers, she doesn't understand it. Because she's like, I just don't want to know. So she picked. Anytime if I have to teach her, it's like tennis. If you have to teach somebody something, it's going to take twice as long as if they learn it naturally.
I learnt that when you put them in a sort of house, they can't be on sharp things like broken glass or something, because that will make them bleed.
Ella, when Jude was born, it was like having another little adult in the house. You could have a full-on conversation with her, and she knew exactly what was happening, and she wasn't fazed at all. Whereas Jude, I don't know whether it's because it's second baby syndrome or boy or quite what, he still seems sometimes quite a bit baby. And I think he might regress a bit after this one comes along.
And what's these?
That's his jammies to go to bed in. I think it's been quite good that this is going to be a boy, actually. Because
I think he's going to have a playmate.
He's going to have a playmate. It's someone that he can guide and teach.
What is this?
What's that on?
A giraffe! Yeah!
But everything is here, look. I've got all my towels and sheets. It's all ready. All folded and ironed. I didn't iron my towels this time, though. I drew the line. That's good. Baby's trousers! I went to bed for 3 hours after the treatment, and whatever she did to my lower intestine, obviously unblocked something. I had chronic wind. I was incredibly hungry. I couldn't stop eating from about 6 p.m. Slept really well, only got up once in the night, which is unlike me at the moment. Woke up this morning, had chronic diarrhoea. And I've been having contractions pretty much all day, about 10 minutes apart. Not really strong contractions. I don't think I'm actually going into labour, but obviously some things happening here.
Sara and her friend Maria have booked a bra fitting through their local NCT branch. Sara's already had a strong contraction whilst in the car, so maybe she's in early labour.
Okay, so and you're uncomfortable. I mean, that's not surprising. Your ribs are going to be at full stretch now. How many more weeks do you have to?
I've got 2.5 weeks to go.
I'll give you some idea about what to look for if you buy a bra somewhere else as well, because it's there's a bit of a formula. Come and stand in the middle so you can see what's up.
I can see that. And can you see it's a bit bruised as well there?
I think that's, I get that from wire. What I'm doing is
that feels so much better.
What I did was I loosened the straps off just to get them. You don't need to do this every time. Do you see this seam here? You know your milk ducts are at the side. Often I'm telling mummies to be who've no idea, but you've done this before a couple of times. The milk ducts are at the side, and you don't want any seams or that's why you don't want underwear bras pressing on the side where they're forming the milk. This is a very important area. So this seam is too far forward. This needs to be, in line with your arm or behind your arm. So this cup is too small. That's a 38C, and I'm going to put a 38D on you.
Oh,
that's exciting.
My husband would be so happy.
That's so much better.
Oh yeah, that is.
Okay, and again, you're just like every woman on the planet. One of your bosoms is slightly larger than the other. Your left is slightly larger than your right.
This way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
a good one.
So
it's also very good value. It's one of the NCT's best. I think £17, and it comes in black and black and white for £17, and pink is 20.
Right.
So it's a very good deal. I'll show you something else to try on though. Let's have a look.
Oh, it's just the relief of not having it pulling all the time. It's so much more comfortable.
What children have you got?
One of each, 6'3" and a 6'9", so they weren't big babies.
Mine were £9 each, both of them. Nearly 9. But you know, I'm a big girl. Right, let's try this one. And it's a different style, different design.
I like that. That's really pretty.
I would say 3 is a really good starter. You don't have to buy 3 from me today, but like I'm showing you some of the ways to find them. You get one on, one off, and one in the wash.
This is a really cool material.
Well, they're very new.
Oh, this is a pretty one too, isn't it? It's really comfortable.
Yeah,
this one.
so that would be your night bar.
This would be
Yeah.
The lounge bar.
It's a great thing to have first few days. You know, that very not quite sure what your husband's doing.
I think also with this one you could literally just wear this as your pyjama top.
Yes, around the house and I will phone before you go just to double check they've got it. Black Cherish. What about your friend who's just gone to? It's all right. Okay, sorry, I'm waffling away.
Oh.
Very clever. Well done. Round of applause.
Oh, I get so hot afterwards.
Having tried several bras, Sara has now made her choice, and maybe her baby has chosen to make an appearance soon. She leaves quickly in order to get home.
So I've been having not particularly strong contractions, but contractions nonetheless. So it's about 10 this morning, so waters haven't broken, but it's definitely all starting. And at the moment I'm having contractions about 3 to 5 minutes apart. Had a bit of a fright yesterday. Midwife came out to check me and I was still only 2 centimetres dilated. The baby's heart rate was going at 170 and my temperature was, I think it was 38.7. So they referred me to hospital, loads of tests done. Contractions started to slow down, and as my temperature came down, so the baby's heart rate came down, but it took a good few hours, maybe 6 hours. They think maybe I got a bit of sunstroke, which was really stupid. Maybe they thought I had an infection, but they're doing some blood tests. They allowed me to come home, but it was touch and go there for a while.